a 6-game winning streak for the first time since 2011. They just went undefeated on their first road trip of the season, and LeBron James has 3 consecutive triple-doubles. You guys, Lake Show is rolling right now. What's up, Lakers fam? Thank you guys so much for tuning into Lakers Report by Chat Sports, all things Lakers. I'm your host, Hannah Kulik, aka Laker Han. Now, we've got an extremely exciting show for you guys today. Like I said, Lakers are rolling, and we have to talk about it and break it all down. But before we do, I want to make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button down below so that you do not miss a single second when it comes to our Los Angeles Lakers. And while you're at it, go ahead and give me a follow on my Instagram at HannahRoseKulik and my Twitter at Hannah_Kulik. Now, like I said, the Lakers are rolling right now. It is a good time to be a fan of the purple and gold. And finally, after years and years of just horrible season after horrible season, it really looks like our Lakers are the team to beat this season. They are currently on a 6-game win streak. Like I said, that is the first 6-game win streak for the purple and gold since 2011. They just went 3-0 on their first little mini road trip of the season. LeBron James has 3 consecutive triple doubles. Everyone is just really playing at an extremely high level, and this past road trip was just a perfect example at how talented this team really is and how much fight and how much determination they have. These games weren't always pretty, but at the end of the day, they came up with 3 wins, and that's all that matters. So today, I thought we could kind of discuss this road trip, discuss some of the takeaways, and then of course, talk about some of the up-and-coming games that the Lakers play this next week. But before we get into breaking down this road trip for the purple and gold, I want to let you guys in on a very, very exciting promotion that our sponsor, BetDSI, is offering us Laker fans. So if you like to bet on your favorite sports teams, then you are in luck because BetDSI is the #1 sportsbook, and they are giving us Laker fans an awesome promo code. So all you have to do is go to chatsports.com/bet, enter the promo code Lakers120, and you will get 120% deposit bonus to go and play and bet on your favorite sports teams. Huge shout out to our sponsor BetDSI for giving us an awesome opportunity to win some extra cash this season. Once again, super easy. All you have to do is go to chatsports.com/bet and then enter the promo code Lakers120, and you get 120% deposit bonus. But let's move on and let's break down this first game, the first Lakers game on the road, the Lakers at Dallas Mavericks. Now, this was Kyle Kuzma's first game back of the season, which was obviously very exciting for us Laker fans to see. So Kuz is back, and we are very thrilled to see that. And the Lakers ended up beating the Mavs 119-110, and this honestly may go down as one of the most exciting games all season long. I know it's still very early in the season, but this was such an exciting game. The Lakers were down, didn't really look like they were going to be able to pull away with a win for this one, but then Danny Green hit a buzzer beater in that 4th quarter to send it into overtime. Once we got into overtime, it was game over for the Mavs. LeBron James and Anthony Davis took over, and the Lakers completely dominated that overtime. Now, LeBron James had his first triple-double of this road trip. He was outstanding. He had 39 points. He had 16 assists, 12 rebounds. Also, Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks also had a triple-double, so that was really awesome to see. Of course, the reigning best player in the league and an up-and-coming superstar both have great games, both battle it out and go at it and end up with a triple-double. Anthony Davis was also equally as important in this game. He had 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 blocked shots. Danny Green, of course, our buzzer beater hero, the guy to send it into overtime, also had 14 points, so he was a huge key to this Lakers win. And honestly, this was a huge win for the Lakers because beating the Dallas Mavericks is never easy, but especially beating them at home, that is no easy task. This was a huge win, very exciting win. We had our first buzzer beater, our first overtime game played of the season. So Lakers beating the Dallas Mavericks, one of the highlights of the season so far. May go down as one of the best games of the season, and we had a lot of heroes in this game, but I am curious. We had LeBron James getting that triple-double, that amazing game, 39 points, 16 assists, 12 rebounds, and we also had Danny Green with that buzzer beater. Who do you guys think is the MVP of that game? Do you think it is LeBron James, or do you think it is Danny Green? This is a tough one for me because the King had an amazing game, obviously was instrumental, had a triple-double, but Danny Green was the guy who at the end of the day made that shot to force it into overtime, which ultimately let the Lakers come away with the win. So comment down below, let me know who you think the MVP of that Dallas Mavericks Lakers victory was. Moving on to the second game of this road trip, we had the Lakers going to San Antonio, playing the Spurs, and ultimately coming up with the 103-96 win. Now, the San Antonio Spurs are a team that has really surprised a lot of people. Not a lot of people thought they were going to be that good, but they were currently tied with the Lakers at this game for being the #1 seed in the Western Conference. They're having an outstanding season so far behind LaMarcus Aldridge. They have DeMar DeRozan. They have DeJounte Murray. So they have a very impressive team, and they are off to a great start. So this was definitely no easy task for the Lakers to get the job done and come away with the win. Once again, we saw the Lakers in this scenario where they come out, not a lot of energy, they fall behind, and then in the second half, that was really when they had to turn things around, get the ball rolling, and really step on that gas pedal to come away with the win. But they were able to do so behind Anthony Davis's 25 points. LeBron James had another triple-double, but Dwight Howard was really the star of this game. So we have to talk a little bit about him because this was really his breakthrough game. You know, he's been very consistent so far this season. He's been very impressive on the defensive end. He's been that huge offensive spark in general, just coming off the bench. He's really provided a lot of energy. But this was a game where we saw the old Dwight Howard. He had 14 points. He was 7 for 7 from the floor. He had 13 rebounds, and he had 2 key block shots really in the clutch. Dwight Howard was a complete monster in this game, and he was the MVP of this game. He was the reason that the Lakers were able to pull away with this win. So it's very exciting for us to see Dwight Howard playing at such a high level, the level that he was really back a few years ago when he was the best center in the league, and he's only going to continue to get better. He looks fired up this season, and this was really his breakthrough game. So Dwight Howard was our hero in this game and the real reason that the Lakers won. Now, another key player to this game was Avery Bradley, who had 16 points, 7 for 9 shooting, and was having a very good game before unfortunately suffering a lower leg contusion and having to leave the game early. Now, his x-rays did come back that they were negative, so there is nothing too serious with Avery Bradley. However, we did see him miss that Chicago games, Bulls, and the next Lakers game to finish out that road trip. So hopefully he can get back on the court and be healthy again very soon because he's been a huge key to the Lakers season. He's been playing extremely well, especially at the defensive end. Avery Bradley is truly one of the reasons that the Lakers are the #1 team in defense and defensive efficiency because Avery Bradley has really been that lockdown defender from the start, and they need him in that starting lineup. He's been outstanding for the Lakers, but Dwight Howard, Avery Bradley, and of course LeBron James and Anthony Davis, those were the stars of this game. But again, another very impressive win for the Lakers to seal them being the #1 seed in the Western Conference. All right, now moving on, let's break down this final road trip game against the Chicago Bulls because the Lakers somehow miraculously beat the Chicago Bulls 118-112. And when I tell you guys that it did not look like the Lakers were going to be able to get the job done and come away with the win, trust me when I tell you things were looking really bleak. The Lakers played pretty horribly for 3 quarters, but that fourth quarter was honestly the most impressive fourth quarter I have ever seen any team play ever in my entire life. It was extremely impressive. The Lakers were down 13 points going into that fourth quarter. It looked completely hopeless, but then Kyle Kuzma scored 11 of his 15 points in that fourth quarter. He came out hitting a 3, then got 3 buckets in a row. He looked like the Kyle Kuzma that we are all used to. It was great to see him. Then we had Quinn Cook really stepping up. Cook ended up with 17 points. We had Dwight Howard out there blocking shots, being a beast on the boards, and the reserves really came out firing, really got us back in the game. And then once Anthony Davis and LeBron James re-entered at the fourth, it was game over for the Chicago Bulls. Lakers pulled away and never looked back. Now, LeBron James had his 3rd consecutive triple-double. He had 30 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds. I mean, 3 consecutive triple-doubles. It's actually comical at this point for everyone who was saying that LeBron James is washed, because this is LeBron James being washed and being past his prime. Then I'll take it any day of the night. He is well on his way to one of the best seasons of his entire career, and he is in his 17th season, going to be 35. He is just playing at such a high level, and you can see it in his eyes. He is hungry and wants to win that championship and prove all of his doubters wrong. Now, Anthony Davis maybe didn't have the best game in the Chicago Bulls turnout, but he still was very clutch for us in that fourth quarter and in the clutch when it really mattered. So AD still did kind of have a little bit of an off night, but still was good for us when it truly mattered. And at the end of the day, this was an unbelievable win. No one saw this coming. This was a fourth quarter where I was screaming, jumping up and down, and honestly, this was such a crucial win because even though the Chicago Bulls are not a good team at all, no one expected them to be able to beat the Lakers in the first place, but this is kind of one of those games that in the past, this Lakers team would have lost. They would have come out with no energy. They wouldn't have been able to get the energy back. So to see the Lakers be able to fight from being so far down, at one point they were down by 19, especially going into that fourth quarter, being down by 13, but to never give up, to continue to fight, to continue to dominate that fourth quarter, really lock down on defense and come away with the win. That's something that I like to see. Our Lakers team is gritty this year. They never give up. They are determined. They are hungry. And honestly, you can just never count them out. Even no matter how far down they are, the Lakers still have a chance to win. And that's something that we can all be extremely excited about. I truly believe, I know this was just the first little road trip of the season for the Lakers, but it was an impressive 3-0 road trip, and I believe that the Lakers could end up being the best road team this season. So do you guys agree with me though? Do you think that the Lakers could be the best road trip team of the season? If you do, type Y down below, or if not, type N down below. Now let's talk a little bit about these next couple of games, because these next couple of games, the Lakers are back at home at Staples Center, but these are some pretty important games. We got to keep the momentum going. We got to come away with some wins. So first we play the Miami Heat, which the Miami Heat are off to a very impressive start this season. We saw this Miami Heat team beat the Houston Rockets by 30 points. So they're a very talented team. Even though they did lose then the next night against the Denver Nuggets by 20, they still could be elite teams in this league, and they're off to a very impressive start. They have Jimmy Butler, Goran Dragic. Those two guys are superstars in this league. They love to play against the Lakers. They love to win. Now when they come to Staples Center on Friday, they are going to be playing coming off a back-to-back against the surprising Phoenix Suns. So they may be a little tired, but nonetheless it doesn't even really matter because every team likes to get up and play against the Los Angeles Lakers, especially when the Lakers are playing at such a high level and they are the #1 seed right now in the Western Conference. So this is definitely going to be a very exciting matchup, a game the Lakers are going to have to continue this momentum and come away with a win. Now then we move on to Sunday, and the Lakers play the Toronto Raptors. Now even though Kawhi Leonard did leave in free agency, and of course Danny Green left and joined the Lakers in free agency, they still have a very talented roster with a lot of really good guys. They have Pascal Siakam, they have Kyle Lowry, they have Serge Ibaka, Fred VanVleet, Marc Gasol. So this is definitely going to be a good matchup. I think ultimately the Lakers are going to be able to win, but still they're going to have to bring all of the energy because every team is going to want to be excited and will be playing their best against the Lakers. And at the end of the day, the Lakers are lucky right now because they are going to be having a nice little stretch of home games before then ultimately going out on the road and having to play a lot of their games on the road, which obviously we've shown that they can win on the road no matter who they really play, but still you've got to be able to protect your home court. So these next upcoming games against the Miami Heat and the Toronto Raptors are must wins for the Lakers in my opinion, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. But so far the Lakers are off to an amazing start, and hopefully they are going to be able to come away with a 7-8 game win streak, and hopefully let's just keep it rolling. Let's just keep pushing it. 10 games, 11 games, let's just keep winning. Obviously this team is so talented, I honestly don't know who's going to be able to beat them right now. No deficit is too much of a deficit when you have the heart and the determination and the hunger that the Lakers have. It is an amazing season and I cannot wait for us to keep it going. But that is going to be it for today's video. Comment down below and let me know how many games you think the Lakers are going to push this win streak to, because at this point I honestly don't know who's going to be able to beat them. Lakers are looking like the best team in the NBA, a very dominant team, and I for one am so excited. But thank you guys again so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a double thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss a single second when it comes to our Los Angeles Lakers. And until next time, Laker Han is out. Bye guys!